Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, and this time reviewing on VR Troopers. Now, VR Troopers was a show I remember as a kid. Now, VR Troopers was Saban's attempt to create a show by using three shows: Metal Rider, Spelleman, and Space Sheriff Shider. Now, on this cover, this has the three Space Sheriffs. I don't know why. I guess probably because they thought it would have been a good idea also on the packaging, but a bit misleading. In the show, you have the three main characters: Ryan Steele, JB, and Caitlin. Ryan would become Metal Rider. JB and Caitlin would have used the Spelleman costumes. Now, like the show itself, the main premise is virtual reality, where Ryan Steele, Caitlin, and JB are called by Professor Hart, who's kind of like the Zordon version of the show, to battle Grimlord and his army of robots, drones, and even mutants. Now, what's also interesting is that Ryan Steele is kind of like the main character, and Caitlin and JB are kind of like the secondary characters. Throughout almost every episode, Ryan would remember the things his father said to him as advice and wisdom, and he would remember it in the episode where he would be by the dojo or by his motorbike and so on. And after the end of the episode, he would have remembered the whole thing. Now, what's also interesting as well, Grimlord's character is that his alter ego is a millionaire playboy financialist who kind of reminds me a bit of Donald Trump, and obviously representing the whole Metal Rider character from the 80s. Now, what's also interesting as well is that throughout the main goal is Ryan still trying to find his father, Caitlin and JB being there as well. Now, what's also interesting as well is that you never see them all together fighting together against Grimlord. Now, Ryan would face his Metal Heroes counterpart monsters, and Caitlin and JB would fight their monster counterparts and stuff, due to the fact that both the counterpart shows took place differently. Now, what's also interesting as well is that by season 2 that came, a lot of its stock footage for Ryan Steele was maxed out. So by the end, Ryan Steele found his father, and in the end, after Grimlord lost his virtual dungeon, which contained all his monsters and villains, both the characters received upgrades. Ryan Steele became Space Sheriff Shider, or the blue VR Trooper suit, and Grimlord got a new outfit, new headquarters, and new villains, which were based from the Space Sheriff Shider series. Now, what's also interesting as well, like most shows, it was quickly maxed out due to how much stock footage was used. There was no season 3. Everything was used up from the show, and you're left with a cliffhanger of what could have happened. Now, pretty much, I see this show as a parallel universe version of Power Rangers, because Ryan Steele is obviously meant to be the Tommy Oliver to the show, JB is meant to be a Billy mixed with Jason, Caitlin Star Trini mixed with Kimberly, and Grimlord mixed with Rita and Lord Zed. Now, what's also interesting with VR Troopers, even after the show ended, some of the actors have done pretty well for themselves. The actor for Ryan Steele went to play in the film Boyhood, and even played in some anime roles. Now, also Caitlin Starr also is in some hospital drama shows and so on. Now, what I think of VR Troopers, it's a good attempt by combining elements from older shows into a new show. It's kind of like what happened with Voltron, Defender of the Universe. Now, problem is, what's also great about the show as well, it did have an environmental message that wasn't hammered down constantly like Captain Planet and the Planeteers and so on. So, what I think of VR Troopers, there are some nitpicks like the talking dog Jeb, Percy, and so on. So, in general, thumbs in the middle. It's alright, and does have some good episodes and some bad episodes. So, this is my review. Comic Reviewer here, signing out.